Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video, there is a surprising thing. So we're looking at the AXIE Infinity marketplace. This is the integrated marketplace within the AXIE Infinity web interface. Obviously, you can use other marketplaces as well. But what's interesting here, you might not spot immediately, is this one here. So we can see this is AXIES for sale, and these are the cheapest AXIES. So I've ranked this by cheap, the cheapest AXIE. And this one here is marked out in red and has a little no entry sign. So why is that? This AXIE got banned. This actually got banned and won't be able to participate in any game activity, breeding, PvE, PvP, etc. For I imagine that was probably would it have been 1,000 days? I don't know, maybe not. But for a long time. What is that? It's going to be about 3 years. So we did know last month in November that AXIE Infinity, the developer, banned a Chinese, what turned out to be a Chinese company who were basically kind of gold farming the game. It seems to be because they were having multiple people playing through one account, which seems to be against the terms and conditions of AXIE Infinity. There may have been other reasons as well, but basically they were they broke the terms and conditions of the game, which may seem to some people to be a kind of an oxymoron, not an oxymoron, what it is, an oxymoron maybe. Terms and conditions on a blockchain game seems odd, because the whole point of a blockchain game is it's decentralized and anyone can do what they want and yada yada yada. Kind of, but there's always some level of control. So these games are not fully decentralized, and obviously one of the issues we'll have with blockchain games is if things are exactly 100% decentralized and on-chain, there could still be things happening in the real world. Someone could come along and steal someone's computer and get access to their stuff, and the game developer might actually have legal kind of issues to deal with, that they might have to actually have some sort of control in their game, or at least maybe go through a consensus mechanic with their audience and say, can we ban these players or ban these assets? Anyway, that's maybe for the future. What's happened with AXIE Infinity, I think the developers have without any governance with anyone else, because AXIE doesn't have that yet, they've just banned these. What's interesting, of course, is they can't ban the NFTs. So the NFTs run on the Ethereum blockchain. So unless you organised all the miners on Ethereum to kind of hard fork the blockchain to get rid of these assets, which is never going to happen clearly, you can't destroy these assets. The only way you could destroy the assets would be to get control of the account and burn all the NFTs. You can only get control of the account if you obviously got the private key of the account holder, and obviously you can't really do that. I guess you could maybe legally try and do it, but if you're going to try and get Chinese law to get someone to hand over their private keys so you could burn their NFTs, good luck with that. So what they do is they put this on this kind of warning sign. So what's interesting though is you can still buy this. You can still buy this NFT. You can still, and it's actually one of the cheapest ones now. And I was actually thinking beforehand it might be quite cool to own a banned one. I don't know. Maybe that's just my weird way of thinking. Because maybe people think my account, I might not hold it in my main AXIE account, I suppose, because people might think I'm a dodgy geezer, which I don't think I am. But it would be interesting to have these, to kind of have these, and obviously for the people who own these, they can't use them in the game, so they can't mine the small love potion, which is what they were doing. Effectively, they were mining the currency and selling it off. They can't do that anymore. All they can do now is sell these things off. And I guess they're going to have to sell them off at a massively reduced rate. Let's have a quick look and see actually if this is the naughty account. Okay, then I've got a filter on probably. Let's clear the filter. So we can see here, yeah, cool. So this is this account, and it looks like, yep, all its AXIES are banned, and all its AXIES are for sale. Now it looks like it's not got any particularly useful AXIES. We could put some filtering on. I don't think it's got any high-end Origin ones. Nope. What else could we look for? Has it got any ones with 0 breed count? Oh, it has got some. So those are, I mean, those are priced pretty cheap. But again, obviously, it's the hassle of it being banned. Some of these are priced quite expensive. So it's interesting to see whether anyone will buy any of these. Apparently, there were about 800 Axies banned, so there maybe a lot of these knocking around. Kind of interesting. Maybe something else that's worth doing. Let's see if we can go and have a look and see if these NFTs are also banned on OpenSea. So this is the same address on OpenSea. We can see the Axies. We can also see there's other stuff in this wallet, which is kind of interesting. So we can see it's got the same one there, and this is being ordered by lowest price, so we can see that this is the same set of Axies. If we go to, this is one selling for 5, so that's kind of correct. What's interesting though is, so these ones are not showing up in terms of AXIE Infinity, so it's only showing one AXIE Infinity asset. I don't know what that asset is, because we saw on the previous one that all those were banned. So I don't know if this is OpenSea also has some sort of mechanic for kind of saying these are not legitimate. What's also interesting, it has these 2 blockade golf NFTs. So this is a golf game, and also interestingly, it has this NFT, which is from the NYC, the NFT NYC conference that was in February in New York, which actually I went to, and basically if you went to the conference you could claim one of these. So I'm guessing this is not the account of a Chinese hacker. I mean, it could be, but that would be a little bit peculiar. If we click on this one, we can see that it does say that this actually is banned from battle. It doesn't have the same level of detail as the AXIE main site, and you might kind of miss this if you kind of thought, oh, it's a really cheap one. You know, you might just go in and kind of go for it and buy it. So that's a bit peculiar, and I guess it just goes to show that kind of blockchain stuff is complicated, and you do need to know, you know, kind of what you're doing. And for certainly some of these very high-end Axies, or high-end NFTs, it is better to go through a centralized marketplace rather than a open marketplace, because they're going to kind of have a little bit more control over it. So again, this one, yeah, it's currently banned from battle. So it is showing this, but it's not very clear. And it is kind of weird that equally, I mean, this is something you should be kind of wary of at all times. Say a lot of these Axies are being labelled as mystics. In fact, most of them are being labelled as mystics. Definitely not mystics. So mystics are the rarest AXIE NFTs. This one doesn't say it's banned, interestingly, and the cheapest mystic you'll get is about $4,000. So currently about, I think they're, can't remember what they're about 6 or 7 ETH. So you know, you never believe these things. This is definitely not a mystic. Anyone in AXIE Infinity would know that's the case. People who are just kind of interested in AXIE and just kind of coming into it might, you know, if you haven't done your research, you potentially might be kind of fooled by that sort of thing. So anyway, that's all I was going to do today. I thought it was interesting. Sometimes the kind of edge cases, as we say, in blockchain are the most fascinating. And I've actually been looking out for some of those banned Axies. Obviously, I'm not going to pay a premium for them, but I think it's kind of interesting that they can have this kind of almost like a kind of Schrodinger's cat type characteristic, where they're kind of alive and dead at the same time, at least for another 996 days. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoy this sort of thing. If you do, please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and hope to see you again soon.